Hi everyone, so I thought I'd talk today about my first retail job, how that went and things, and why I left after 6 months. I was applying for like retail jobs and things since I'd finished my GCSEs when I was 16. I sent off so many applications, and it was all the same: we regret to inform you, blah blah blah. I literally do not know the selection process behind this. I remember applying for a job at Lidl on the checkouts and them asking me to do all these like really hard maths questions, and I literally just finished my maths GCSEs and I couldn't even make sense of the questions they were asking me. It was all like percentage change and stuff, so I can only assume that everyone who works at Lidl is an absolute maths whiz. Anyway, so I kept applying for jobs and things, and yeah, it was pretty unsuccessful, and it's so annoying because it just takes ages to fill out. And I can talk more in another video how I got this retail job in specific, because I've got a few ideas as to why I got this one and I didn't get others, even though I did like everything right, everything it says. But for now I'll just get into, I got the job literally right when I started uni at Nottingham. It was at a Tesco not far from the uni, and I was on the checkouts basically, and I started at first working 12 hours a week. I cut it down to 8 after like 4 months or something, but it was like my first proper job, and to be fair to Tesco, they did pay well. The thing I found most difficult about working there was being on the checkouts. Sometimes customers, you'd have great interactions with the majority of customers, but there'd be a few who would just like ignore you or be rude and things, and it's really disheartening, especially when like none of it's your fault. And one thing I found customers to be quite angry about was when I asked them for ID to buy alcohol, and they would actually get like proper angry and huffy sometimes, and I'm literally like, I'm doing my job, you know, and we're told that sometimes the police or something like that could just send in a person and just to test to see if we'd ID them. So we are like, if we think that they're under 25, we have to ask them for ID to find out if they're over 18. And a lot of customers would get really angry about that. Some of the most difficult interactions were with customers who would be a bit rude if, I don't know, if something didn't scan or something like that, or they'd speak down to you and stuff. So that was always a bit. But the people I worked with at Tesco were really nice, and they had like this staff cafe thing. It was all very new and exciting to me, being my first job and stuff, so I was quite excited by the staff cafe. I ended up leaving Tesco after 6 months because it ended up being too much with everything I had going on. I was really struggling at university, and I couldn't continue with the job, even though I did need the money. It just didn't end up working out for me really, so that was why I left Tesco. I felt a bit bad leaving it after only 6 months, but yeah. For the most part, though, Tesco was alright, you know, it's on the checkouts. The worst bit was, though, I always carried around a bottle of hand sanitizer with me before it was cool. I always had hand sanitizer in my pocket because obviously you're touching stuff customers have touched, and it all seems so unsanitary now. COVID's a big thing, but it would be like a parent would have their kid coming around a shop with them, they'd give them something to eat and then pay for it at the till, and the child would hand you like a slobbery apple or a chocolate bar with it all over their hands and the wrapper's all melted. They'd be like, ugh, ugh, and give you the chocolate bar, and you'd have to scan it, and I'd wait until they were gone, then be like, shh, with the hand sanitizer. So those are a few things working at Tesco where I was just a bit like, not as big a fan of those bits, but I ended up meeting some pretty cool people there. It was, I did see a lot of lecturers from the university as well there. Yeah, everyone got Christmas presents from Tesco that year, who actually have quite a good home section. One thing I did take away from working there, I suppose, was they may be slightly worried to enter the world of work where you have to just go in and work even if it's like an off day and stuff, and it could end up being like 5 days a week or something, and it made me realise the importance of having to enjoy your job and just be able to do something that you like and things, because once you enter the world of work, like I'm still in kind of that cushion safety net of education at the moment, but once you're in work, it's like you can't just quit this, because then you could literally be homeless. So that's quite a terrifying prospect. So it's really made me determined to try and find a job I like. Anyway, so that was my experience of working at Tesco. I think everyone should work a customer service job at some point in their life, because you learn a lot about people and how to smile and laugh politely and ask if they have a club card. Always ask if they have a club card. And always have hand sanitizer with you, because people are gross. I don't think Tesco will rehire me after this. There you go, Daisy. There's that 5 seconds of fame you were begging for.